Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Long Dark. So, it's been a while since I've played this game, but I have been playing it off camera just a little bit to try to get a little bit better at it. And I know I mentioned in the previous episode that me and Alex were going to be doing this challenge survival series against each other. That's going to be held off for a little while longer. The reason for that is things are going a bit crazy recently with schedules, and just things aren't really as they normally are because of Jeff is in town. Jeff is in California, and we are trying to meet up and hang out and whatnot. So my schedule has been a little bit different. I've been trying to get videos out so that way I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, things are a little bit crazy right now. So that's the reason why we're not doing this whole challenge series yet. So this is just going to be another episode of The Long Dark. Hopefully we'll get that challenge series out to you guys soon. We want to do something interesting and cool with it, so it's worth the wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, this game comes on to Steam for early access on the 22nd, which is 3 days from now, which is going to be Monday. So that's pretty crazy. And this video probably will go out on Saturday. So yeah, 2 days when you see this Monday. I'll include a link in the description to the Steam page so you can pre-order if you're interested, and I'll also link out to the Long Dark's page itself. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start a new sandbox. All right, here we are. I actually don't know where we are. So yeah, since I've been playing this game in the off camera, I found it. I have found the cabin that was in the intro in the main menu, what you just saw. That cabin is in the game, and I have found it. Found out how to get to it. I remember how to get to it. I know how to get to it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to work our way to get to that cabin. Also, Alex and I were talking a little bit about the game and stuff, and he was telling me about some of the developers went into one of his live streams that he was doing in the Long Dark, and was talking to him about the game and everything and stuff like that. And they mentioned, I don't know if we want to try to go down that. What is down there? I think we do want to try to go down there. They mentioned that what we've explored is pretty much 5% of the map. There's a ton more to this place. This map is not small by any means. It is a very, very massive, sprawling map. So yeah, we haven't explored any of it. We've stayed in the same area about 5% of the map. So I would love to be able to get to the other parts of the map. I don't know if that's possible because I was playing off camera, and I was coming across. We're actually going to go down that way because I know that there's some cabins. I know exactly where I'm at. We're actually not too far from the cabin itself, which is really good. But yeah, so when I was playing off camera, I survived the longest I could survive, and I kind of wish I was recording, but I wasn't, so it is what it is. But I survived for 8 days, I think it was, which was actually I was very impressed. But the problem that I was having after surviving for so long, once you kind of realize, okay, I got enough equipment to kind of get myself through whatever, it was getting to the point where I was being just encumbered. I had too much equipment on me, and I couldn't decide what was good enough to keep and what was worth getting rid of, and all sorts of stuff. So I think once you start surviving long enough, you kind of need to get a base camp, and you really need to. There's a wolf on the side of that hill. Which way is he going? Okay, he's going the way that we need to go, which sucks. But yeah, so I think you kind of need to get a base camp going and kind of start dropping supplies off there, just because otherwise, it's just you get so encumbered with all this stuff that it weighs you down, it slows you down. You then get exhausted way too quickly trying to move around. You can't get anywhere. It's a mess. So, which way did he turn towards us or away from us? I think he went away from us. The thing is, there's these little worker huts around the way here that I want to get to. He's coming this way. I'm gonna go back this way. I'm not gonna risk it. We're so early into this survival thing that I'm not gonna risk being attacked by a wolf. So I'm gonna go around this way, and the ski lodge kind of hilltoppy cabin is up this way. So we're gonna go up there for a brief stop off to kind of get whatever supplies are in there. Then we'll continue to the cabin because I know where it is from here. We actually started in a good place that I know how to get to. It's not too far. And when when I found out how to get to it, because Alex mentioned that it's probably, he mentioned he watched my video and I died around this spot last time with the wolf. And he mentioned that it's about 20 minutes from this area to get to the cabin. So when I was playing on, not recording, I got back to this area and I was looking around and I was like, okay, 20 minutes. Which way could I go? And in the opening cutscene, what you notice is behind the cabin, there is 2 mountains. There's 2 mountains that kind of look a lot like that one, but there's 2 of them side by side, and they kind of have they kind of look like horns. Really, two horned mountains. So I was looking for those, and I saw those kind of over there because I will just say right now the cabin is over in that direction. I saw those, and I thought, okay, well, let me. I guess there's no corpse in the ground over here this time. So I saw those, and I said, okay, let me try to work my way over there, and just walking into the woods. And I got there. I figured out how to get there, and I remember how to get there. The one thing that it did open my mind to is just because you see trees, like maybe in that direction or something, just because you see trees and you're like, oh, that goes nowhere. That's not true. You can go over a hill, and you're in a whole new area. You can go over a hill that you think you couldn't go over. And you're in, which is just mind-blowing. I was like, oh, I'm getting pretty close to exploring the whole map. I thought the sandbox would be kind of this smaller map of, this little area. Because that's the only thing that I ever saw, was this little area. I never saw this other stuff. And so, but just how massive the map is insane. And I wish I could just get to the new areas, but, it's going to take time. And I've got to figure out how to get there and whatnot. So finding the cabin was definitely a eye-opening experience of how the map works and everything. And also there kind of wraps around and you can kind of get back to the main area, the railroad tracks, which I kind of call the main area. But you can kind of get back to the railroad tracks. Oh, that grape soda is probably really nice and cold, being in the snow. But yeah, you can get back to the railroad tracks without really too much of an issue when you go around to the cabin. So it's kind of cool how it all integrates together and how you should really kind of go where you don't expect to go. And as you can see, there's the other mountain. So there's 2 mountains side by side, and that's what you're kind of looking for to get to the cabin. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised I found it. It really did help me out though. There's a lot of great. It's just motherload of this supply that is just amazing. So as long as you can get to it, as long as you can survive long enough to get to it, it's nice. So that's what we're attempting to do. I just want to get whatever's in this hut up here, which is always a super long walk to get up this thing. So we'll get up here, we'll grab whatever supplies, we'll look at because we picked up a couple clothing items, we'll put some clothes on, and try to go from there. Ooh. Alright, watch that. Hopefully there's no wolves up here this time. That sucked. That really sucked last time. Alright. Grab supplies. Don't see or hear any wolves, so we should be good. Alright, let's It's always super windy on the top of this mountain, which makes sense. Okay. Let's go up in here. And let's grab the supplies. All right. Let's start the rummage. Rummage through all this stuff. Oh, rifle ammo. That's actually really helpful. Basic boots. So we got a lot of stuff. We got like wool socks. Ooh, crowbar. Gloves, I believe. We got to put all that stuff on as well. Hatchet really comes in handy from getting. I thought that was a piece of cloth. Hatchet for getting wood, for scavenging wood, which is life-saving at points. But it's heavy. It's so heavy when you scavenge wood. Okay. All right. Let's look at our clothing items real quick. Boots, are these better than the ones I'm wearing? Only slightly. Gloves, are these better? Not at all. Wool socks, I don't think I'm wearing any socks, so they're better than nothing. Who goes out in the wilderness with no socks? Kind of interesting, I guess, but I'm not complaining. So yeah, we've got what we can out of this place. So let's go ahead and work our way back down the mountain. Then we'll work our way to the cabin, which is not too far from here at all. Which we can actually, I think we can look over. Yeah, this is something that I never did. Getting up on a high point and looking across. Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, if the map is as big as I think, I'm pretty sure all that area way over there is probably explorable. But as you can see, that looks like an area. So that's where we're going to try to get to. It's going to be a little bit of a process getting there, but as long as we don't have any wolves, we should be fine. And it looks like downhill is a lot faster than uphill, so we should be down this hill at any moment. Again, as long as there's no wolves. That's the biggest problem. I think the reason why I survived so long the first time was I dodged the wolves for long enough. But yeah, ever since they added the wolf in the dam is kind of a... I mean, you can go into the dam, you can get in the dam, but you know there's a wolf in there. So unless you have a weapon, it's risky. It's really risky to go in the dam. So when you see the dam, it's not like it was before. You know, before you saw the dam, you thought, oh yeah, awesome, this is great. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to get all these supplies, I'm not going to have any issues, then I'm going to leave. Not anymore. You go in there and you go, okay, there's a wolf in here somewhere. We got to make sure that we don't get murdered by this wolf or attacked by this wolf, because it lowers your condition so much. Kind of hard to bounce back from a wolf attack, especially early on, like we are. Later on, it's not that much of an issue when you have food, you have fire, you have fuel for fires and whatnot, and everything. It's not that big of an issue, but early on, it's so... Oh, what? Great. Sprained an ankle. Okay, let's go ahead and let's just start doing this stuff now. So we got to take... I don't think we have painkillers. Oh, no, we don't have painkillers. So let's go ahead and just wrap a bandage around it for now, because that's all we can do. But we're going to be a little bit slower walking. We're going to have a little limp. It really sucks. Luckily, I know there's a slightly smaller kind of little hunting cabin, I guess you would call it, just not too far from here. So that's what we're going to try to get to right now. Hopefully hold up there. Maybe there'll be painkillers in there. I mean, it would be great if there was. Something tells me there's not going to be, but it'd be great if there was. But yeah, as you can tell, I mean, I'm kind of just walking into the trees. You kind of think, this isn't going to go anywhere. You know, you're just walking in the trees. And, you know, when Alex mentioned that the cabin was around this area, I thought, okay, I'm just going to explore. I'm just going to walk around. I saw this little kind of opening, this single tree, and I was like, this is a little weird. So, walked towards it, got up on this hill like I'm currently doing. looked over and went, oh, hey, it looks like there's actually stuff over here that you can explore and find.